Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, so listen, lots of things been going on. Like I told you, it's getting hard out here in these LTD streets. It really is. And I'm starting to see AI is starting to take shape and it's starting to call out some pretenders, right? What we would be tools. I'm starting to see, and if this is your first time to this channel, please go and like, subscribe. You never know what kind of hacks I'm going to come up with. And I think with this whole AI thing, I don't need AI to tell me what types of tools. I've been around long enough to know and start seeing some of these tools. So there is one tool that I'm really starting to take shape on, and this is my Saturday surprise. That tool is NuReply, right? So I know what you're thinking. It's like, okay, so wait a minute, Jenny, that's not your kind of tool. I mean, it has 3 tacos, and when you look at it, it's actually 1 5-star and 1 1-star. Now, let me help you out and help you figure this out. So when you see this, a 1-star, and you see a 5 taco and a 1 taco, there's an agenda here probably. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is, meaning that someone can come and do some damage, definitely for a superior tool, right? So what I'm going to tell you is this is an actual 5 taco tool. And let me explain. And I'm going to go through a few things for you, but don't be misled by this 1 taco. And I had to pull it off the shelf. I had to see for myself. And I told you guys earlier this week I was going to look at it. But again, hey, all right, so let's take a look at this, what this tool does. So let me give you some parameters and let me tell you where this tool is going to help you and where it's not going to help you. All right, so you have to be entrepreneur curious, marketing agencies, sales managers. It has webhooks and Zapier. Now, this tool is perfect. Let me tell you the perfect tool. And if you're looking for this is your perfect tool. I'm telling you. So you have to be interested in B2B only. No B2C. No, hey, I want to link up with different clientels, Nancy Smith and all. No, you have to be after businesses. So this is a business to business tool, right? And it's for cold, freezing, ice, cold, icicles, popsicles, right? Snow cones leads. You have to be after cold outreach leads. So I wanted to just let you know that, right? So if you fit that criteria, this is your tool, right? This tool has a lot of juice underneath it, right? And I'm going to look at some of it. Some of it, I don't have it fully fleshed out, but I did a full demo and I walked through it. I seen it. It has some remarkable features. So let's take a look at what you're going to get. Let me look at my recommendation. Let's look at my recommendation first. So my recommendation is for this tool. You're going to be a heavy user. So if you don't know a whole lot about cold email outreach, which the game is kind of changing now, but if you don't know a whole lot about cold email outreach, I think a tier 2 or tier 3 serves you well. I think the best tool, if you're going to pull this off the shelf, don't get anything less than a tier 3. That's just my personal recommendation. Everyone doesn't use HubSpot integration. So I think at least a tier 3 to pull off the shelf. Anything less than that, you're going to be disappointed definitely when it starts taking off and when you're able to make some moves. Now, a couple things here, right? So tier 3 gives you 3 workspaces. Now, 3 workspaces basically means 3 brands or your workspace and 2 clients, right? So that's what this basically gives you. So you can have 2 clients who you can manage their email and I think these are aggregated. And if I'm not mistaken, these are aggregated across all workspaces. Now, if you send an invite to this workstation, let's say it's some company you're working with, the dental group or something, right? So once you send them a request, then you can they can either have view or they can have management access, but they will not see any other workspaces. Okay, so only the admin, which is yourself, can see all 3 workspaces. But if you send this to the dental group and you send this to the auto group or whatever, you could, each group can only manage their workspace. All right. So hopefully that helps you understand that. So if you are a true outreach marketer, shout out to my boy Stu. He's out there, out here in these LTD streets. He is a cold, I'm going to get Stu to try to do a class for us. He is a cold outreach fool, right? I didn't mean fool in a bad way, but I always tease him, dude, you love cold outreach. He said, I love it. I'm so successful with it. I get a lot of responses from him. So we're going to do some juice with him, see if he can bring some things definitely to my community. We're going to be able to do some things. So if you're Stu, then you would look at something like this, right? You would look at something like a tier 6, and then you would go all in and get all of that, right? So that's what you would do. So you would get the 250,000 contacts, 1 million emails per month, right? And no, the contacts just kind of hold the repository. It's really the power of the emails is how many you can send out is really where the juice is going to come from. Now, when it talks about AI generated icebreaker credits per month, what AI goes out and intelligently does with your email box or the email that you have. So if it's Jan Doe at the bigger group, right? And it's a business company. This is going to go out. It's going to search. It's going to scour. It's going to look at LinkedIn. It's going to look at some other public resources. If it pulls up LinkedIn and that person may have said something about a promotion, it's already going to put the email icebreaker together for you. Say, hey, congratulations on your promotion. And you don't even know, right? You can go verify it and say, oh crap, he did get a promotion. So the icebreaker is, hey, you got a promotion. Congratulations on that. And they're going to build in a little bit more intelligence to take your type of style, your writing. I forget what that's called. Where they're going to go in and they're going to mix your writing style, your brand style, and they're going to mix it in. And then they're going to become more creative with the intelligent icebreakers alone. So this gives you 10 workspaces. So you can manage up to 9 other clients on here as well, or you can manage 10 brands, right? And you may have a lot of different emails that you use. You can manage all of those here on this particular level here. So this is for the serious power users. But if you're not, you're just trying to just get warmed up into it, I would highly recommend a tier 3, right? That's what I would recommend. Anything tier 1, tier 2, no, that's not going to get it for you, but you will get a good chance to test it out. If you're going to pull this off the shelf, I will pull off at least a tier 3. All right. So let's get into the tool. Let's do a drive around. Let's kind of look at it. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that I've seen and some things that I can speak intelligently about. And then some things that, that you probably didn't know that this tool had. One other thing I will tell you, the setup on this is not for the faint-hearted, right? And so what I mean by that is NuReply, if you're going to use a Gmail, right? If you're going to use a Gmail, you have to set up the authentication as though you're sending the email, as though NuReply is sending the email for you, right? As though NuReply is sending the email for you. So you got to get a lot of authorization from Google to do that. And you and I both know that's an act of Congress, right? No pun intended, with all the things going on. But I think it's a lot going on to get that. But once you get it set up, it works pretty well. This is really best used as a SMTP setup. Can you use Google? You can, but an SMTP setup is going to be a lot easier. But once you get your Google set up, then your DK and all your other things should be able to set up pretty easily. So that's what I'll let you know. So really the setting up on this is the emails is the hardest part, getting the emails. And one other thing you're going to need, you cannot really activate this tool without having some leads to put in it, or you won't see any juice. So basically this is, you buy the car, you buy the shell. You put the engine in, right? You put the engine in, you put all the other things in, but you have no gas. This tool only works with contacts, cold contacts. That is the gasoline for this vehicle. Now, a lot of you guys ask about cold outreach tools, cold, super cold, ice cold. This is the first one that I've seen do that, because a lot of them will tell you, say, hey, we don't want cold email on our servers. This has a warmer that's built inside of it and has a couple of different things. And they show you how to protect your domain, and they give you different ideas on how to become an effective cold email user, right? All right, so let's take a look at the tool here really quick. I want to make this video somewhat quicker because I don't want to get into details. I am going to have a second follow-up, but I'm going to have the founder come on the show. He's going to walk you through some of the Easter eggs in this tool. If you decide to pick it up for Sumo Day or anything like that, I would highly suggest you probably picking up a higher tier and then maybe downgrading, because you want to get that discount of what that's going to be and then downgrade. Here's what I'm going to tell you. He's not going to come on before. He's not going to come on my show before Sumo Day, but he is going to try to get on. I'm going to try to get him on the week of Sumo Day or Sumo Week, which goes on for a full week. What he's going to share with you, I promise you, this is going to change a lot of things for you. So let me show you. What can I show you here? So it allows you the ability to track your domain to try to see what your sender reputation is, and so on and so forth. So let me get to some of the juicy parts here. You have your accounts here. So this is my account here that I set up trying to do some B2B. Now, I told people in the past, hey, I don't do super cold, but for two of my brands that market to B2B, I am going to be doing a lot more cold, and I'm going to just do massive amounts because it's kind of changing a little bit out here. And I think it's a good opportunity to do cold email if done correctly and right. So this is one of the ones I set up. It's testing delivery here. It's got an active tracking domain associated with it. The warm up is off. I think that's something. It's another issue I'm trying to get resolved. But the domain is working. I haven't had a chance to send it out yet. Now I did do, so this is what you get here. You have what's active, what's warming up, and then if there's any issues. I do have one issue here, and I had to go back, and I think it's going to take 24 hours to resolve my DKIM. So I'm kind of stuck on that for the moment, right? But this tries to make sure, and I think the company that bought this, well, they're kind of into the DKIM. They're kind of into email delivery, and I think they ended up buying this company, and it's on another level now. So you got that, right? So then what you have is you have your lead list here. Got to upload that. I did put in a couple of leads here that I've already created here. You upload your lead list there. Then you go to your campaigns, right? So you come here, you go to your campaigns. I think I'm going to run this campaign while everyone is here, but let's look at how you actually set up a new campaign. And I'm going to start this one here. I was messing around with it earlier. The campaign is active. Campaign is active. Oh, did I start running it? Not selected to schedule. Oh, it's active. I just haven't set it to schedule. Okay. So we'll come back to that. So here's how you create a new campaign. You go here and you say, hey, what do you want to do? Upload your list. I have a list that I put up already. No, I'm not going to do a new list. Let me get out of that. Let me see. Let me upgrade a new list. We'll put this list in. We'll pull this one in. All right. So I got a list here. We'll go create lead list. We already have that there. So it's processing that list there. All right. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we are going to select the list. Hold on. Let me get these. There may be some emails in here, so I don't want those to be publicly displayed. Give me a second here. So once the lead comes in, you have to go to select here, and it'll say, hey, select the list that you want. It's already been selected here. All right, so once you select the lead list there, you can say, hey, write with AI or duplicate campaign or start from scratch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write with AI. So we'll do that. So then you write the business name here, the keyword, whatever it is you're trying to explain there, and then you explain your business here. So what they do here is they gather from your website and what it is you're actually trying to do and what you're actually trying to accomplish. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you, well, actually, let me show you here what it basically does. So stand by. Let me get that URL for you. Oh, I think I got it here. So I'm going to put that URL here. I'm trying to target SaaS founders. So we're going to go and put that in there. Created a marketplace for SaaS founders so they can continue to grow their business. So this is who we are, business name, small business growth tool, start writing sequence template. And that's what you do here. That's the next step. All right. So then you go here and it says it's going to give you a 3-step sequence here, right? You can add different steps here. Let's take a look here. So you come here, it says discover tools tailored for your business needs. So this is a cold outreach. You come here, it says, hey, you can say, put that right there. And then you can add, obviously you can add the variables here. So we can go here and we can go our variable names here. Where's it at? We can make this random, right? Or you can go look at the sender name or signature or what have you. I don't see where it populated the first name, last name. Oh, because I didn't go, when I was pulling in the list, it told me what the different things that I can do. I'm gonna go back and show you that. Meaning that if I pull in first name, last name, business, I have to match those up, obviously, when you're pulling in, you're importing. So I didn't do that for here, but I'm gonna have to go back and do that so you can see. So what it does is it takes the first name, last name, does all that. Then it gives you the ability to do a smart preview, right? And what I like about this, and again, no other tool I think is doing this that I haven't seen. It's giving you the business, it shows you how it looks in their inbox, right? Hey, reaching out, blah, 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 best regards. So it's letting you know and letting you see this is how it looks inside of Outlook, right? This is how it looks inside of Yahoo Mail. All right, and so they're giving you those. This is for these are for PCs or laptops, right? Not phone. Okay, so that's what you have there, and you can say, hey, you could, and then you save the changes. All right, so when I selected the leads, so when you pull in leads, it'll ask you, do you want the first name, last name, email address, and so on and so forth. So if it gives you that, then it gives you the ability to put in a smart text to figure that out. All right. So then you come here, you name the campaign you're going to do, your target. Now, this is some of the things, like I said, these are some of the things that you're not going to see or you have not seen anywhere else, right? So you're going to pick your sender account here. You can pick whatever campaign. If you got 10, you can have 10 sender accounts here. You just, whatever campaign you're using, you just drop down, use your sender campaigns there, use your different tags right here, right? Put the campaign name there. All right, follow-up, prioritization, balance. You want a little bit balanced there. Stop sending after reply. So as soon as they reply, you can take them out of the sequence. Hey, once they reply, take them out of the sequence, then I can actually follow with them on a personal note. I don't know if I've seen that before. Whereas if I have a person I've been where I've responded to something, hey, I'm interested in what you got, right? Then last thing you want is for them to continue to get the rest of the sequences, right? So you want, if a person replies, hey, take them out of that, right? Stop campaign for a company on reply. So as soon as they stop replying, stop automatically sending follow-ups to all leads from a company if any one of them replies. All right, so you can turn that on. Stop sending after a click. So you can do all that. Then recommended, send emails as text only. Send first email as text only. So those are on. Then you have your ESPs. This is for routing. So basically, if you add a custom rule, it says, hey, if they have a Gmail account, then use my Gmail account here that I have. If they have a Microsoft Outlook account, then email from my Microsoft Outlook account. So you can set up some special routing. Maybe it lands better because it's on the same server. I don't know, right? Then you have your scheduling here. You can set that up. Most tools give you the scheduling. They don't really give you the ESP routing, service provider routing. You do get, this has click tracking, open tracking. Did they open? When able you to do that. These are some of the pro features here. To unsubscribe, you have the A/B testing you could turn on. Then you have safety limits, standard wait time between emails, right? And additional random emails. So you could basically send the same email to a different list from a different domain. So you can do that, and then you can test them all. So you do that, then you can save it as a draft. So I'll do this. And I'll just save it as a draft. Oh, I didn't put all the names in there. So we'll go back. I'm not going to save this one. So I just wanted you to see some of the things it has. So I haven't started this one yet. Did I start it? Let me open the details on this one. So I haven't opened the details. I haven't started the campaign. Okay, so let me start this campaign. I haven't started it yet. And I was just testing it out. I only have a couple of clients in there. So let me start this campaign. I don't want to hold you up. I got to figure out how do I start it. So give me 1 second. All right. So the reason why I wasn't running was because when I went inside, I started it. I said, hey, I want to start this. And I was like, oh, it's not running. Let me come back and figure it out. Well, the reason why I wasn't running here was because on my details here, my campaign details, let me go here, configure. I only had Monday through Friday. I didn't have Saturday. So once I clicked on Saturday, it automatically started sending, right? So that's what happened. So that was the reason why. This is very detailed, and you have to kind of know. So what's going to do, it's going to start going out, start sending that. Again, I'm not a big cold email person, but I am a B2B person. So I'm going to try. This is something new I'm going to try. I think you guys most know I do a lot of organic. So I'm going to start doing that. And I think the power of this tool is you have a multi-inbox here. You can have 15 email addresses, and you can read them all here from this one email box here. I think you can have your Slack, your Zapier, and your webhooks here on notification. Someone starts to respond to the emails, you can get Slack notifications, and or you can get webhooks as well. So there's a lot. I maybe gave you 50%. I think I gave you 50%. There's going to be a lot more, maybe 60%. But there's a lot more to this tool that meets the eye. I highly recommend this tool based on what I've seen it can do. I don't even have a full campaign. You let me know in the comments what you think, or did you see anything that it does a little bit differently? This has been Jenny Jones. Yeah, take a look at this tool. It's not a bad tool. I'm liking it. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 5 taco. This is a Saturday surprise. I was surprised at what you can do with this. As things start coming in, you can start seeing that. The power in this tool is it's strictly designed for cold, super ice cold B2B leads. Super ice cold. Not a lot of companies will let you do that. This company allows you the ability to do that. Oh, and then also you can choose your personalization method. So once you import your leads list, you can say, hey, I want it to be website based. I want it to be LinkedIn based. I want it to be website plus LinkedIn based. So it'll search your LinkedIn, or it'll start searching a website. And the personalization is going to come from either or both when you start figuring it out. So maybe they just posted a new blog post on their website and says, hey, I noticed you just posted a new blog post on this. If you want to increase your sales even more, we have a tool or solution to help you do that. And so, let me go back one more time because I always hold you guys up. I want to see what other kind of steps that we can add in here in our sequence. So let's go back to that. Let's look at that. I want to give you that. I didn't want to deprive you of that. So let me see here. Let me get inside of my campaign, my sequences. I don't know if it's going to allow me. It probably won't allow me to do it because the campaign has already started running, but I can add a step. So let's add a step. So what kind of steps can we add? We can add a step here. So this just asking you to add a step and draft the variation here. Let's see what the variants are we can do. Yeah, I don't know if I'm following what you can do here. I know for mine, when I brought in these people, I can do first name, last name, LinkedIn, provider. So these are some of the different variables that I can add here. So this is not a true traditional type of email sequence. It's just it's just basically sends email sequences, and you can do A/B testing. It doesn't allow you to do anything else, send voice commands or anything like that. Based on what I've heard from the founder, they do have a new update coming for the AI that's going to allow it to be even smarter and intelligent. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully this is a good walkthrough. I'd pull it off the shelf. I'd pull off a tier 3. I think even tier 1 gives you at least webhooks. Is what I saw here. Let's go back. I think it gives you webhooks here. So you don't get the Zapier integration, but I think you do get webhooks here because they're saying you do get Zapier and webhooks here. I had a tier 1 before I upgraded, and I was able to do webhooks from there as well off of tier 1. It has been Jenny Jones. You guys take care. This is my Saturday surprise. I'm really, really liking this tool. I'm going to keep you updated on what happens with this tool. I think this tool has a lot of upside to it. Alrighty, you guys have been great. Goodbye for now.